Whether you're looking for reasons to be happy or unhappy, you will find them.
I'm not happy. Not happy.
Yes, there are things that happen in our lives that are beyond our control, but a huge portion of our overall moods and demeanors as a whole comes from which aspects of every situation we're choosing to focus on. Because where you place your attention and focus and energy will grow. And this is why, and I don't say this to brag, but I can go through a whole life-threatening illness and subsequent healing journey, which I'm still on at the time of filming, and yet the people who know me or hear my perspective on life based on my overall mood and demeanor wouldn't know what I went through and still go through such tremendous challenges and would see me smiling and laughing the vast majority of the time. So like if someone didn't know any better, they wouldn't have any clue what I went through. While you have someone else who didn't have those challenges and who outwardly has a really good life, but yet they're actually miserable.
You took my one chance at happiness and crushed it.
So while others may choose to see it as, oh wow, look at all these things I can't do, or look at all these things I don't have, or look, people dying over here, there's war happening there, my house is in a mansion, etc, etc. While I'm out here in my own life, searching for things to be happy about, and trying to find all the great things going on in the world, and amplifying all these reasons to be grateful. Doesn't mean like I don't get upset. It doesn't mean like I don't have days where I struggle. It just means like I'm actively showing and telling my mind what I want more of. And this is why I can find reasons to be happy and hopeful, even in the most dismal of circumstances. So in today's video, I have some really great stories I want to share, illustrating this whole situation and this whole viewpoint. And hopefully in doing so, this will help you guys to understand the power of your own focus and attention and where you're putting it. Without further ado, let's dive deeper now.
Give me a...
What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Jared and James channel. I'm Jared Weiss. For you guys who know that must mean you're not subscribed to the channel, so you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts on this video. Follow me on every platform, and if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to check out my book, Fight Through by Jared Weiss. All links purchased are on my website, which is jaredbryanweiss.com. That's JAREDRYANWEIS.com. Buy the book, support me, as always, and the support is very much appreciated. And hopefully by the time this video comes out, hopefully the new t-shirts and merch will be up there. So if you guys haven't checked that out, also make sure to do that as well. We have some awesome shirts on there, hopefully by the time this video comes out. And even if not, it will be coming soon. So, if you're looking for reasons to be happy or unhappy, you will find them. Now, a super powerful personal story from my childhood that actually illustrates this concept perfectly is how when I was a camper at day camp for many years, and that was always my favorite place to be, and I also ended up working there later on, and of course, as some of you may know, my current best friends are from there too, and this is of course something I talk about in my book a lot, but anyways, in my early years there,
When I was a young warthog,
the place was actually kind of falling apart. It wasn't exactly Krabby Land on SpongeBob,
Krabby Land!
but also, it may not have been exactly in tip-top shape. Looking back, let's just say the old owners, who happened to be some of the nicest people you would ever meet, and they treated everyone with incredible kindness and respect, but unfortunately, they were low on funds, so like a lot of the sports fields and courts and all the facilities weren't in the best condition. However, to be honest, at that time, these things actually never really occurred to me. Most of my camp friends would often complain, and were always talking about not coming back every summer for the following summer. Well, this sucks. And I often had to be the one to convince them to come back. But I was always like, have these conditions ever stopped us from having the best time? I mean, we had a great group of kids, and the camp always had the best activities, and the spirit of the whole camp community was always incredibly high. So I was focused on all the great things that the camp had going for it, and all the reasons to be happy, so I found them. And later on, once the new owners came, the camp got redone, and of course as of right now it's incredibly nice, and while a lot of things did get better and did get upgraded as a result, some elements actually got taken away too. And the crazy thing was, when I was a counselor there, which I absolutely loved as well, a lot of people from counselors to campers would still always find reasons to complain.
Still no pickles!
So was it actually the conditions themselves, or is it the mindset of gratitude and being able to appreciate what we had? Now look, I'm not saying we should ever settle for a bad situation and one like we don't deserve. We should always be looking for ways to improve, but not at the expense of today's happiness. Because if we can be happy even in the most non-ideal situations, imagine how happy and appreciative we'll be when the ideal situation does come along, or when we do actually make the improvements or upgrades.
We're all gonna have so much fun. We'll need plastic surgery to remove our goddamn smiles.
But if you're constantly seeking out reasons to be upset and unhappy, you're gonna find them no matter where you are. It's like how people are often sarcastically saying things like trouble in paradise, because all the money and all the nice things in the world won't be able to buy you a grateful mindset and one that can always find the good and reasons to smile and reasons to be happy. Wherever you're choosing to put your focus will grow in magnitude, almost like how a magnifying glass. So it's like, what are you putting under the microscope? All the good things in your life, or all the bad ones? And are the people who you're surrounding yourself with choosing to do this positively as well, because the people around you are going to reflect back onto you as well. Moving right along, the world is always going to give you exactly what you're searching for. So once again, if you're searching for reasons to be upset, you're going to find them. If you want to see wars or people hating on each other, or someone died or disease, famine, it's all out there.
So many people in the world, deprived and unhappy. Doesn't seem like it would be fair to be cheerful.
But so is the story about the person who succeeded because they never gave up. There's the person who volunteered at a soup kitchen. There's someone out there who overcame drug addiction or alcohol abuse, or even a life-threatening illness. Social media, as I often say, is a double-edged sword, depending on who you're actually following. It can be a great thing because now we can actually be intentional with our news feeds. It doesn't only have to be doom and gloom from the mainstream news anymore.
It's raining sideways!
But now we can actively select where we're putting our attention. Be it a lot of people out there will continue to have their feeds be all bad, all drama, and I'm just like, take a look at who you're following, because that's actually up to you. What does your feed look like? Because it's can either be an enhancement to your mental health and to your life as a whole, or a huge detriment. And furthermore, because as I've spoken about in the past, your outer world is going to be a mirror to your inner world and vice versa. The world is going to give you what you're attracting based on the vibration that you're putting out. And this is something I often discuss from a current events perspective on the Rabbit Hole Roundup channel, is how if you highlight the stories where something is bad, or people are dying, or disease, etc., you're going to find more of that. But I personally prefer to be the one who 99% of the time seeks out the positive story and amplifies that, or can take a seemingly bad situation and pull out the good from it, and find reasons to be hopeful and empowered, because by sharing more of these stories, I believe like I'm actually contributing to an overall collective consciousness shift for the better. As a famous quote by Albert Camus goes, "In the midst of winter, I found there was within me an invincible summer." So it's like, how is it that me and someone else, or you and someone else, but like referring to me, can both be experiencing the same exact situation, or like how I explained when it came to my whole camp situation, but I'm extremely happy and thrilled to be here with all these awesome people doing these great fun activities, but yet the person next to me thinks like they're in hell. Heaven on earth, I believe, actually starts in the mind. It's not just about building this outward place, but it starts with gratitude for what you have, and then choosing to surround yourself with others who have a similar perspective. And just to be clear, I'm not saying like, oh, if you're living in squalor and eating crap every day, just suck it up and don't do anything to improve upon your situation.
Will you call this food?
My sandwich tastes like a fried boot.
My sandwich is a fried boot.
That's not what I'm saying at all. But like, it's the same thing when it comes to my whole health circumstances. I'm working on healing, and I'm working towards a full recovery, while also allowing myself and giving myself permission to be happy right now. Which is why when I do fully heal, as I've said many times on this channel, I see it as like I'll actually be beyond better. It won't just be only focusing on struggling, suddenly being perfect and being happy. It's a matter of focusing on everything that's great right now, and all the wonderful things I have going for me, and accepting what I can control as currently being perfectly imperfect, while simultaneously building towards something that's like even better. And the same thing can go for what's happening in politics right now, as I've spoken about on the Rabbit Hole Roundup channel. Yes, things might not be perfect, but I can still point out when things are good, or at least choose to focus on something here that's going right. Now, this does not mean settling for less than our potential, or allowing or enabling bad behavior to continue, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on. But if you want to get us to a better place, and yourself to a better place, I believe that starts with focusing on what's going well right now, so that this way, we know what it is that we want more of, versus complaining about everything that isn't perfect.
He wants to complain to you.
Because some people out there can't even admit anything good with politics or with their lives as a whole. And to be honest, I don't want to be surrounded by those people, because this is going to be the same ones who are going to find fault and flaw, or choose to focus on the thorns on the roses, whether in me or in other areas of life. Anyways guys, I really hope like this perspective shift helps you out. I hope like all of you guys out there are doing your best to train your minds to focus on the good and to amplify reasons to be grateful and happy, even when things might not be ideal. Because as I said earlier, if you could train your mind to do that, even when things aren't ideal, you're going to be able to like appreciate the best of situations that much more. Anyways guys, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. I will catch you guys next time. Stay positive, stay hustling, stay grinding, stay grateful. Catch you next time. Peace.